Hi everyone, I am making this video today because my friends told me to, which sounds like a really bad reason to, but it's what I wanted this channel to be, so here we go. I am making this video to say that I'm scared. I'm scared about the future and I'm scared about everything, and this channel started, as some of you know, because I want to document my life the second from uni finishing, and that's where I am now. And I don't know if I've mentioned it in the videos, I'm sure I have, but I finished uni about nearly a month ago now. Oh, that's flown, oh my god, nearly a month ago now, and I'm scared. I'm scared. And the thing is, it's weird because up until this point everything's kind of been planned. You go to school, you go to high school, you go to college or sixth form, and then you go to uni, and that's it then, and then you're meant to get a job, and that's your life. Except I did a theoretical film degree with no real practical skill apart from my own dissertation that I did myself, that may or may not be very good. I don't know because I haven't done the results yet. And there's a whole world out there, like just out there, and that's waiting for me to do something and to go somewhere and be somebody. And when you're a nobody who has kind of just been bumbling along and dealing with too much, to sit down and think, holy shit, I'm in control now. Every single day going forward, that's all me. And like, what annoys me most is this time, oh god, like not even 7 years ago, I was so sure of myself. All my friends were rushing into relationships and knew what they wanted to be and had all their lives just completely planned out. They knew why they were going to college, they knew what they were going to do at uni, they knew where they were going to live, they knew who they were going to be with, who they were going to have babies with, which seems a bit much at 15, 16, but people did, and people are very happy with the lives they've picked. And I was just so damn sure that it was going to happen. That as long as I kept bumbling around doing what I was doing, that I'd be happy and I'd get there and I'd find out, and I did. I've fallen in love before and I've had a huge horrific breakup, but I know what it's like to be in that relationship that I never thought I'd be in because I was always the fat kid, which sounds really like woe is me, but it's not. And all my friends like growing up were like, oh, we need to have all these experiences, and when we went to parties we heard about other people's experiences and felt like we were behind. And I think like you do when you're at high school and in your teens, and I was just always the one who would turn around and go, it's gonna happen, just wait for the right person, or stop trying to push things, or just let it be, or you know, just stop forcing things. I was always that guy. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't go a little bit crazy over a few boys, because I did, but you know, nothing happened that I wouldn't be proud of looking back, because I just let it be. And I went to college and picked subjects that I didn't really know what I really didn't know what I was going to do. And I picked history, psychology, law and media, which are all different. And I thought, I'm going to pick something will be okay. And I fell in love with media, and I fell in love with history, and hated psychology. Whoa, hated it. I loved learning about the case studies, but don't test me on that shit, just tell me it like it's a story. And law was fun, but stressful. And so I kind of knew where I was going, and then I came to uni and did media. And I realised that it wasn't the media in the media college course I liked, it was how the media applied to film. So I did a joint honours degree in media and film, and I remember in first year sitting down with a friend, this lovely friend, and I remember just going and staring and going, I don't know who I want to be and I'm scared. And this was before I decided about my joint honours. And she said, well, let's spider diagram. Let's decide right now who you are. And I'll never forget it. And I've still got the spider diagram somewhere. And the first thing I said was, I love people, because I do. People fascinate me. How I can think something and you can think something and we can both think we're right and both have very good reasons, but neither of us are going to change our mind because of our experiences, nature, nurture. Just, it baffles me, and I love people watching, and I love soaps and films and TV series and YouTube's people. The tubes. Do you know what I mean? I just love watching people and getting a little nugget of their lives. That's why I love my friends so much, because I don't know, they just make sense to me. I like to work people out and they make sense to me in their own way, even though I'm not them and I couldn't be them. Like, the way they are makes sense. I'm rambling. You get my story. And I've just always been so sure that what will be will be. My granddad died when I was young, and I've always kind of grown up thinking that he's kind of making sure, as I'm going through, like, to steer people away, and I don't know, it's just something that I like to think about. But now, and I'm sat here, I feel a bit alone, do you know what I mean? And it's not as if I'm the only person going through this. There'll be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably even thousands of people who feel as lost as I feel right now, who had a really tough time through uni, barely have scraped a degree, because I swear to God, when I get this degree, give me a third and I will be so damn proud, because holy shit. And it's not even been the material that's been hard. I have loved learning at uni, but everything that comes with it, the stress, the money, just, oh my God, I can't even put into words the level of pressure that I've put on myself throughout uni. And I know a lot of people have been exactly the same, and it can feel so lonely at times being at uni, particularly when, like me, you don't have anywhere else to go and you can live for a long time completely on your own. For example, when people finish their exams in May, most people tend to go home then, rather than stay out the course of their tenancy, which is until July, and then they only come back in October. And that's a long time to be rattling around an empty house when you've got social anxiety. So, but anyway, I'm losing my train of thought. All I'm trying to say is, right now, I just want to be as sure as I was when I was a teenager that everything's going to be okay. And it will be, because what could really go wrong? I'm kind of just hoping that I'm going to get everything out of life that I want to get out of life. And I can't promise myself that. I can't sit with you guys now and say that's definitely going to happen. But I just need to take the pressure off myself, I think. Whew. But yes, today I signed on a new house, which makes me so sad to leave this house. Like I said, I've spent so long rattling around in it that it feels like mine, even though it doesn't at the same time. It's weird when you house share. This room feels like my absolute kingdom of solitude, or whatever it's called. Like, leaving this room is going to be so upsetting, because there's some days when I couldn't leave this room. So, I mean, I'll have a new room in my new house, but it's a weird one. And obviously, living with my babies, my little, like Holly and Roxy and Josh a little bit. But it's going to be weird. I'm in a whole new house. And it is just for summer. It's a 10-week tenancy where I'm just hanging around because I haven't found a full-time job where I want to find a full-time job, which I'm not going to say. But yeah. It's just I'm prolonging my time limit, and I just don't want to be that cliche who works at Tesco. I've probably told you this story, but just before, literally 3 weeks before I came to uni, me and my dad went to PC World, I think, or Curry's or something like that, to get me a laptop. And the guy behind the counter said, "Oh, what are you doing?" I went, "Media," because I didn't know I was doing film then. and oh, I'm doing media. He went, I've just finished my script writing degree and it was so cool, where are you going? And I didn't even answer him. My dad kind of went, oh, after a bit, went like, she's going to Lancaster. And I was like, he's just finished a script writing degree and he stood here in Curry's. And that freaked me out so much. I've never forgotten it, because like, whoo, and that's practical. That's like a script writing degree. That's not like a broad theoretical degree where you look at, God, back arse of everything. Let's not have a panic attack on my channel. Let's not do that. Yes, so I've got a house. I'm still part-time job hunting round in Lancaster, round near my uni. I have a little job coming up actually. I am doing like an open day thing to show off our department. So I had a little bit of nostalgia while we had like a practice day, and I was like, oh, it's this, and oh, because like it's Leica, so it's the, oh my god, I forgot, it's Contemporary Arts, Lancaster Institute of Contemporary Arts, oh my god. So I got to I live with a load of art students in first year, and I got to go around all their creative studios, and I remember going there when, and it could be in the middle of the night, and we'd go and I'd have a little cube, which was one of my friend's cubes, and I'd just sit and do loads of work, and there'd be somewhere in the background someone listening to the Beatles, or you could hear people making things. It was just like this really echoey, nice sound, and oh, I'm just gonna miss so much. Like tonight as well, my friend Roxy, I'll put a link to her channel below, but she's uploaded a video that we did over a year ago on a little, I'm sure it's like a little laptop webcam. It is just the poorest quality, and I'm in charge of it as well, so I'm there like and we were making popping cookings in our kitchen, and she's not lived with me now for nearly 6 months, and oh, the nostalgia, man, and knowing that I'm not going to live with any of my uni mates anymore, it's just so weird. And so like, I'm not missing the whole party stuff, which is what I expected to. Like, I'm gonna miss Apothecary, which is like, if you know me, that's just where I go. I'm missing like the really tiny things. I'm gonna miss my housemate texting me when she hears me go for a wee in the morning, asking me if she wants me to make if she wants to make me pancakes in bed. Oh, and just really daft little things. I'm gonna, like when I moved out of halls, going up into my hall's flat, there was 2 big lavender bushes, and I used to touch the top of them before I went in, and then I'd smell of lavender. And it's just little tiny things like that that you just do, that's really kind of, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's upsetting to think that all these little comforts that I've made because I was so stressed, and things that I've kind of relied upon, I've got to now let go of. And it's reminding me so much of high school, because high school was this like bubble where I was safe and I was happy and I knew who I was and I was very confident. And then obviously you have to grow up and go to college, and college was the complete opposite, and so was uni been. So yeah, just finding those little moments where I'm really truly happy and safe. And safe is such a really weird word to use, but like safe from my anxiety and things like that. So it is so upsetting to be moving on, and I need to look at myself and say that I'm moving on and it's forward, and it's not I'm being pushed. Because that's another thing, because I live independently of family, I know that everybody else doesn't have to do this, and they don't have to force themselves into something or put all this pressure on, and they can have a summer. Whereas I'm kind of that duck under the water, trying to make sure I can afford food and make sure that this summer, even though everybody's gone, that there's people still milling about and that I can actually enjoy my summer, because the last 3 years I haven't allowed myself to have any fun whatsoever, which sounds really bad, but like at one point I wasn't eating, I wasn't sleeping because I didn't allow myself to, because I should have been doing other things, I should have been working. So yeah, it's all part of anxiety, man, it's just a weird one. But what I'm trying to say is, and I'm going the weirdest way out, is that I need to trust myself, and trust myself that while I am being pushed into this and it's something that I have to do, that it's also something that I want to do. I want to move away, I want to have my own life. I've been living in other people's houses and flat shares and whatnot since I was 17 now, and I'm 22, and 5 years where you don't have that own bed vibe, you know? You know when you've been away from home or you've been on holiday and you get that moment where it can be you come off the motorway at your stop, or you drive past your corner shop, or you just pull onto your drive and you can just feel things unclench that you didn't know were clenched. I haven't had that feeling in 5 years, and oh man, I just want to make myself a little home that I know I'm going to be okay in, and it's not going anywhere, and I don't have to move in a year's time, and it's nobody's but mine or me and a friend. And do you know what I mean? And it's a house, it's not a house share where I get one room and communal area, it's the whole place is ours. Yeah, that's what I want, and I just want this ordinary little life without all the pressure that I'm putting on myself to be anything that it is, more than it is. I don't have to be spectacular. I mean, I am ambitious and I do want to go to the States, and I do want to learn a lot of languages and live in Paris or just France, and again Germany or Berlin, and I do want to do all this and that and the other, but I'm 22 and I've got years yet, and I need to stop thinking I've got to force myself to do it now. It seems like a very negative video. I didn't mean it to be, it's meant to be uplifting and I can do this and stuff, which is obviously the vibe that I want this channel to be. But yeah, I just kind of want to document where I am right now, how I'm feeling, because today's been a big day, obviously signing off on my new house. I've booked my gown, I've packed a few boxes. You probably can't tell from where you are, but my room is nearly empty now, which is scary. It's really scary because my room is always busting, because obviously living independently, I have everything I own. Like, you can't see it, but in this corner over here, just on the other side, I have I have a baby book, I have like my leavers book from high school, which I was flicking through the other day, and I got really emotional. It took me about an hour and a half to go through it, which is daft really. I've got a college leavers book that my friend made me for my birthday. I've got a scrapbook that an ex made me, which I should probably burn. My friends are asking me if I'm going to burn them before I leave. I don't know. I've been through so many photo albums that are also down there, but do you know what I mean? All those things that most people have at home, I have crammed in this room in boxes because I don't have that yet. So I'm gonna get there though. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be okay. I'm telling myself this because I need you to tell me this. Tell me I'm gonna be fine. Come live with me. Man, it's a weird one. It's a weird situation I'm in, and it's a stressful one. But I know, even in just a year's time, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be totally fine. I mean, this is gonna sound really random, but the last time I went to the dentist, not the last time, the time before, I wasn't at uni, because I go every 18 months. And then when I went, he was like, so how was uni, blah blah blah, talking about it, and we booked it, and I thought, oh my god, I'm not even gonna be at uni then. Oh my god. And it's sometime like November, and I was like, oh my god, I would have been out of uni from the July, and I'd been living my real life, whatever my real life is, for months, and oh my god, and I had this absolute breakdown in front of this poor woman. And she was just like, so can you do November 2016? And I'm like, I haven't even started a dissertation yet. Oh my god. And I just had this absolute panic. It's a good job my dad was there again, because he was just like, November's fine. He's just that guy who can kind of see just in my eyes the breakdown occur, and he's like, let's just get you out of here. And I got in the car and I was just like swear man, that guy. my dad's like one of my best friends, because he understands, like, we're very different insofar as I'm quite clingy and I need him to be a dad, which obviously people want, but he's just not that guy. It's a bit of a weird one, because obviously my parents got divorced when I was young, so he's never really been that kind of guy. So now I'm like, right, step up, come on, I'm at uni, I'm having breakdowns. And he's just like, okay. So, and I mean, I'm not holding any grudges, he's my dad, but like, that's who he is as a person, and as a person, who he is as a person is really freaking handy. Like, I am so clingy and so anxious all the time that if I had him being a dad and ringing every day and texting all the time, then I think I'd be worse, I'd work myself into a tiz. But to see him every 3 weeks like I do, sit down with him and just vent, and him go, look, you're being daft, or yeah, well, I can help with that, or, and then him just disappear and me live my life for 3 more weeks and be all chaotic and scrambly. Scrambly is such a good word for what I am. But then him come back and be like, oh, okay, and deal with the chaos for just 1 more day and then disappear again. It suits us both. But yeah, so don't worry, I'm fine. But as you can see, I have brain vomit over what I'm dealing with, and I just kind of mask it with the new series of Orange is the New Black, which has traumatised me. And all my friends have now watched it. When I'd been waiting days and days for them to watch it, they've now watched it, and they're all like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. And I'm like, I need to be held. Someone hold me, because I watched it all on my own. I watched it in the space of a day, and I felt like I was going to vomit, okay? It was too much, the feels were too big, and yeah. But now I'm definitely rambling, definitely going on. So yeah, here's a snippet into the craziness that is me as of 17 days before I move out, and therefore 22 days until I graduate, and 2 days until I find out what result I graduate with, which, like I said, I don't really care. As long as I pass, he can read out whatever he wants when I'm getting my diploma. The fact I'm stood there in a gown, I'm just going to be sobbing. I'm going to be absolutely sobbing. But anyway, if you've lasted out this far, congratulations. If you feel the same as me, let me know, because that's what this is all about, isn't it? And it's about the fear. No, it's not. It's about coming together and getting through this, because I know I'm not the only one. Like, my friend, one of my best friends, I ring her every single day and we're both there like, what are we doing now? What are we gonna do? Because with all due respect to everybody in my field, all my lovely tutors, a film degree in real life is not very applicable. Like, it is, and media's astounding. It touches on absolutely everything, and they adapted the course to deal with new issues that came up. So for example, if we were doing, when Anonymous came out, we did a load of Anonymous stuff, and you know, everything that came up, it was just, we used it as an example. It was a big, like, well, how do we talk about this? Miley Cyrus was a big one. Sinead O'Connor was the one. They were both for feminism, obviously. But anyway, rambling still. Both me and the friend who we have breakdowns with went to see The Conjuring 2, and all the way through it's like, no spoilers, but the point of it is that they've got to kind of find out somebody's name. Like, that's not a spoiler. But all the way through we're like, well, we know the name. We know the name. And we were like, is this because we're film students? And we went with a few other people like, we don't know its name. We're like, God, well done, degree. Well done. Glad you're useful. Ruined a film for us. But yeah, anywho. I'm happy. I am happy. I'm just scared, which is how I opened it and how I'm going to close it. I'm just scared and I don't really have that trust in myself just yet, but I'm getting there. I will be soon. Thank you very much again for watching. If you made it this far, like this was just for me really, like no offence, but I just kind of want to be 2 months down the line and look back at this, and a year down the line and look back at this and think, you daft cow, you're absolutely fine, what are you panicking about? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. As always, because you're absolute stars, and I'm not going to tell you to like it because I don't really mind if you like it. Just tell me that you like it, because a lot of people have been doing that. They're like, I don't want to comment on your on your YouTube, but they'll message me, and thank you so much, it means a lot, and you'll tweet me on Instagram and stuff like that, so feel free to comment below though, I would love to know. But yeah, hit me up if anyone's feeling like this, you're not alone, and I'm very happy to talk to you about it. I love you very much, and you will get one of these probably the day after I move out. I'm going to try and vlog the day of me moving out, but it's going to be a jumble of boxes. Probably a lot of me crying and shouting because I don't deal with change very well. I tend to fall out with people, get very angry, and it's just how I react to change. Whereas I'll cry the day before. So yes, be prepared. It may not go up, but I would definitely be vlogging that day. So, what a weird life we lead, eh guys? I'll see you soon. Love you lots. Ta-ra!